Recording this. Welcome to the Sleevy G Show. My name is Gomez, and I'm the host with your most. And today, man, I gotta say, I'm really honored. For all you Star Wars fans, Star Wars card collectors like myself, this is a true awesome day because I have David Dickinson, Star Wars card crazy. We all know him on Instagram, whatnot, everything. Dave, how are you today, buddy?
Man, I'm doing great. It's a beautiful sunny day in Florida, man. What's not to love?
Oh, at least you're not in the freezing weather in Jersey. I usually do this show without sleeves. That's why it's Sleevy G, but
Oh,
not for nothing.
geez.
It's freezing up here in Jersey. So, I mean, I'm so excited because I'm looking at your background and I see some amazing stuff already. And I'll tell
Thanks,
you
man.
this, I would like to know how you started collecting Star Wars.
Yeah. Well, I only have so much time, so I'll try to give you the somewhat condensed version.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I mean, my story is probably very similar to a lot of people, but it goes back, quite a few years. And again, I was part of the original Star Wars card release, 1977. My dad introduced me to the cards, and I was just a little kid. I was, four, and Empire Strikes Back was more of my age where I was really engaged in the cards. But yeah, we were buying Star Wars cards, and I was spending, my allowance was probably 75 cents, maybe $1 a week, and that was a lot of money.
Back in the day.
And that would get me 5 or 6 packs of Star Wars cards at my local drugstore, the convenient. And man, it was just heaven. Like these cards from the movie that we just watched, that year. And then all hear the cards, and I was just a little kid, still couldn't believe Darth Vader, how awesome he was, and then
Oh, God.
just hear these cards and all this. So that was kind of the beginning, man. And I still have those cards today. They're in my collection. I've got them, looking at them down here. But you know, fast.
Ooh, froze. I think you froze, Dave. Dave, you can hear me? I think you froze. And technical difficulties. This is what happens when you do a live show, folks. Dave, you can hear me? You've got frozen. And we froze. We froze. Okay, guys, give me a sec. This does happen, people. We do have issues sometimes.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Oh man, God, I'm so sorry. I got a call and it was on my side. Something
Uh,
blew us up. So
no, no worries, no worries. This is what
can
happens
you
when you
can you
do.
see me okay too?
Well, I got your name up. I don't see you personally.
What the heck?
It probably there you
How about
go.
now?
There we
There we
go.
go.
This is what happens when you do a show and you don't edit. This is the best part because everyone sees what really happens.
Well, yeah, it's authentic, right?
It's
I mean, here
authentic.
we
That's what
are
this is.
live.
This is what happens, folks. So
Yeah.
I'm like, Dave, you froze. Dave, can you hear me? Froze,
So
froze.
sorry.
No, it's okay. This is what
Yeah.
makes my show awesome when this happens because people really don't see the funny side of it sometimes. You know what I mean? So that's the best part. So it's okay. It happens. You were saying how you were, you're saying fast forward to now, I think, and that's what
Yeah.
you're.
Yeah. So fast forward to 2015, because for a few years there, I was too cool for Star Wars. In the early 2000s, and I was starting a family and all that, and then my son got excited about Clone Wars,
Mhm.
and one thing led to another, and then 2015, the Force Awakens set came out,
Yep.
and I had been away from cards for a while, and all of a sudden two things happened. Number one, in the same pack, I opened up a Carrie Fisher autograph, which, you remember, my last card experience was the 70s, right? And so here I am opening up in 2015 a Carrie Fisher autograph. I'm like,
Wow.
are you kidding me right now? And then right behind it, stuck to it, was this cool thing called a sketch card.
Yes.
Yeah. And I'm like, wait, what? And then the artist, on the back, and there's paint and slop of paint. And I love that. and it was an Ingrid Hardy card, who's one of my favorite artists. I have so many of her sketches now. But anyway, when I mean, I was just a kid again. So I opened this pack, and it was, the hobby box. I think we paid like, I don't know, $100 for the hobby box, and my son was with me. It was just a special experience. And then all of a sudden, man, I'm an all or nothing person because it's just, who I am.
Hmm.
And the next thing you know, we're opening a lot more hobby boxes, and then all of a sudden we got to have a case of this stuff, and just it just kind of it trickles down, and now I'm I got into the Galaxy scene, in
Hmm.
2021, and that was a whole new generation of collecting. And then I got into the grading scene because that's also cool. I grade less for the sales, although I do sell some.
Hmm.
But for me, it's literally another dynamic of card collecting where I'm just trying to get gems. I love gem hunting.
Right.
And I love the SGC grading company. I love their slabs. It fits with my room.
Which we see
And,
a nice collection of slabs right
yeah,
behind you. I was just about to ask you what grading company do you like? Was it PSA or SGC? But you already answered that question that you like SGC.
SGC. I mean, no, don't get me wrong. In full disclosure, PSA obviously commands a higher retail value, and,
Hmm.
and there's nobody who knows grading that should be saying any differently. It's the truth,
Yeah.
right? But then for me, who's somebody who's not necessarily in it to flip, I do sell some cards. For me, it's more about, again, the chase and trying to complete full sets. And SGC's in my backyard. It's just like 3 hours away from me.
Okay,
So
so that does help, and it's right there in your
yeah,
backyard. I mean, I've graded some things with SGC, and within 2 weeks, and they're reasonably priced. And I know
yeah,
PSA just bought them out too.
right.
So, like I said right before the show started, I have my holy grail. I have my Hayden Christensen auto that a friend went to a
Mhm.
show, and she stood online for herself for one thing, and then for my card
Okay.
to get that autographed by one of my favorite Star Wars characters. Um, don't get me wrong. I was a 79 kid.
Yeah.
Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the
Yep.
Jedi, always been my three favorites. I was a
Yep.
Luke Skywalker, but then when the prequels came out and seeing the involvement of Anakin Skywalker, the evolve of him, and how he became Darth Vader got me in the craze of it.
Yeah.
And I am a huge Anakin Skywalker. I'm a huge Hayden Christensen fan. Everyone
Okay.
said he did not do very well. I thought he played that character perfectly to a T.
Yeah.
And that's me. I mean, again, I when it comes to grading, I'm also a sports collector too. So I have my sports.
Okay.
I PC the New York Giants. I'm a New Jersey
Uh,
guy. So
okay.
I do have my Jackson Dart auto. I do have my Cam Scatterbo auto rookie
Of
cards,
course.
and they're graded
Of
by
course.
PSA. So I'm happy,
Yeah.
but I'm
Yeah.
not I'm not flipping them for money. I'm flipping it. I did it for me.
That's for you.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
and that's the thing. Like, I'm a huge Star Wars guy. Like, finally, I went to Disney with my family, and there's only one
Okay.
thing I said: when we do Disney, I need my day at MGM or Hollywood Studios, whatever they're calling it now, the Disney thing. And I said I gotta spend my day at Star Wars.
Yeah.
Did I build a lightsaber? Yes, I did.
Of course.
It,
It's
is it a
rite of passage.
It's the rite
Yeah.
of passage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't go without it. And did I
Yeah.
buy an Anakin Skywalker hilt? Yes, I did.
Okay.
So
Yes.
I am a big fan of Star Wars, just like yourself. And that's why,
Yeah.
people don't realize, like, I didn't realize there were Star Wars cards until maybe 2.5 years ago.
Okay.
So I
Yeah.
was on Whatnot as a seller and as a buyer on sports, but I was having trouble with sports. And I'm like, all right, I'm putting the sports away. I go, what else is out there? And then I
Yeah.
bumped into the Star Wars craze. I'm
Yep.
like, you gotta be kidding me. Star Wars? Oh man. I'm
This is a
like,
thing.
this is
Yes.
a thing. And I jumped on the Star Wars community, and luckily I've met some great people. A Star Wars Civ 66 is a good friend. Actually going to have him on the show soon too, actually.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
And I just bought actually I just got one of his cards, which is again Anakin Skywalker, and it's a masterwork from the
Nice.
Clone Wars. It is 5 out of 50.
Okay.
So this is
Yeah.
for my own personal collection, and there's things.
Masterwork. is a great set too. Yeah.
It is. I love Masterworks. I also love, don't get me wrong, I love the Galaxies.
Hmm.
I've fallen in love with the Galaxies a lot. I was not thrilled with the top Chromes the last couple boxes. I bought the Chrome 2024
Uh-huh.
blaster box, but I wasn't like, oh my God, this is awesome.
Yeah.
I think I'm more of a Galaxy guy.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I still have Topps Chrome and then I have the Purple Wave,
Yep.
Anakin
Nice.
and no, this is just a base. Is it? Yeah, it is. It's just a base Purple Wave, refractor. But
Yeah.
those are like, my personal collections. Like again, I don't know if you've seen these cards because I think you have, but I've got the lightsaber cards.
Oh yeah. Yep.
And I have, of course, Anakin Skywalker
There he is.
and
And
Dark
Vader. Yeah.
and they're
Relics. I think those are called relic
they're
cards. Yeah.
relics, yes, they're relic
Yeah.
cards. So
Yeah.
these are like some of my prized possessions. And I've gone to card shows here in Jersey and like, oh, what do you want for them? Like, no.
Yeah.
I
No,
mean,
it's part of you. Yeah.
it's me. I go,
Yeah.
someone did offer me my Hayden Christensen Auto Raw in my top loader. Not my top loader, my mag case. He goes, I'll give you 3,500 for that card.
Wow.
I can't.
There's no going back. If you say yes, there's no going back.
I said, I just can't.
Yeah.
Listen, I worked hard for that card and I had a friend wait 5.5 hours to meet Hayden in Texas,
Yeah.
and she did me a solid. And for her to even offer that to me, to
Yeah.
say, hey, I'll wait in line, pay for the ticket. I'll wait in line because I got
Yeah.
one for myself and I'll get your card signed.
It's got a story. Yeah. No, those are priceless, man.
That story, and I told her once I get it, I'm contacting her first
Yeah.
to letting her know here's the grade that we got because I have it graded and authenticated.
Okay.
So I
Yeah.
want, both. And,
Yeah.
I'm following it. I'm following through PSA. I wanted to do
Okay.
SGC, but I was like, I want this. I want the top dog. I want the
Yeah.
PSA.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And but that's the thing, like people don't realize the Star Wars community how great they are.
Mhm.
And you could probably verify yourself, like you said, you're a curator, you're a collector, and you're also on the hunt for the completes.
Yep.
And I mean, that's hard to do.
It is. I'm struggling. I've got sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt,
No,
but
no,
I've
please.
got all the atomics from 2021 graded in a 10,
Okay.
and I think it's the only SGC set in existence. There's a couple of PSA sets. I think I have the only SGC set, but I'm about 12 short on the prisms.
Okay.
And so, yeah, but to your point, I bring that up because it is hard. And when you're trying to get gems, you go through a lot of non-gem cards. It can be expensive. And then what do
Hmm.
you do with those? Like for me, I don't want to see them on eBay again while I'm trying to find them. So I've got this graveyard of cards that won't gem that's just accumulating that I really don't want to move because I don't want to end up seeing them on eBay again, and accidentally buy them. Right. So
No, I get it.
anyway,
I like, there was a gentleman, Ben Abu Dhabi.
yeah.
He
He
so
did the Grievous,
he's
I think. Yeah.
so I have a few sketches from him through Whatnot.
Okay. Okay.
And he had his Grievous card that he did autographed. And he sold it on what I went for it because
Yeah.
that again,
That's
talent,
special.
that is special. And people
Yeah.
again offered me money. I'm like, I just can't. I go, it's
Yeah.
once in a lifetime to get a card from a gentleman who's top certified and to get that personally autographed, not just on the side, but on the back of the card.
Nice.
And that's at PSA too. So
Yeah.
I would love
Very
to show
cool.
that off. But you know, um,
Yeah.
but I see
That's awesome.
and that's the thing, like people don't realize how people actually help out in the Star Wars community that are very genuine and they'd like to help out everybody with card collecting. And
Sure.
I know you have given advice out through your Instagram, not your TikTok, your
Yeah.
Instagram. Now, what are some major things like do you now I know you're a major collector and I could see that. Who's your number one that you like to collect?
Yeah. So I'm a big Ahsoka fan. I have well first off, I love sketches, right?
Mhm.
And so but I'm a huge Ahsoka fan. And so I chase a lot of Ahsokas across many artists. But then there are some artists that I love to just chase that artist. And so I mentioned Ingrid Hardy
Hmm.
earlier. She doesn't sketch for Tops anymore, but she's somebody that her sketch got me back into this hobby in
Okay,
2015, and I ended up. I've never met her physically, but we've talked a lot, through social media, and I
that's
got to
awesome.
know her a little bit, and it just makes her work that much more special for me, right? So I've got close to 60 of her sketches
Oh wow.
that span multiple sets. But other than Ingrid, I mean, I love Ahsoka. I have a lot of Andrew Fry
Okay.
sketch cards, Jason Davies. Um, I mean, gosh, I'm just looking at Robert Hendrickson is
Okay.
is another great one for me, and he's in Florida, so that's kind of cool.
Oh, that's
But
awesome.
yeah, man, it's Ahsoka's probably my PC though, I would say.
So I have two Ahsoka cards. It's kind of funny that you say that.
Okay,
So I have the 24 Star Wars Galaxy, a Mint 9 Aqua Sonar.
okay, yeah, yeah, that's a pretty image. Yep,
It is, and
yep.
this is number 28 out of 199.
Hmm.
And then I have my Gem Mint 10 Camino Aqua Refractor, 58 out of 199, which is a PSA Gem 10.
Oh yeah, I love that, man. I love that pose. Yeah,
So the only reason I like Ahsoka is because of Rosario Dawson. I thought she was a great actress for that. Um,
yeah, she did a
I
good job.
I can't wait for Ahsoka season 2 to come out. Um,
Yeah,
and I'm hoping Disney does the Hayden Christensen, the story of Darth Vader before, he comes back. You know what I mean? I really hope they
there's a
do
lot
that.
of content there they could do, and it'd be worth a lot of money to them. There's a lot of us out there would love to see that.
I would love it, me personally, because again, I think he was a great actor. I thought he did very well as Anakin Skywalker. People say he really didn't. I'm like, yeah, he did. I mean, the emotions he brought out when he
Yeah,
fought Obi-Wan in Revenge of the Sith, those things, those are emotions, those are hard to do. And to see
sure.
McGregor and him act together and how they got together for the season of Obi-Wan,
Yep,
again, just seeing them fight.
powerful.
It was, I actually, and people can laugh at me, I teared up a little bit
Sure.
because I'm seeing Obi-Wan kicking Darth Vader's ass, and he said, I am no longer Anakin. Anakin is
Yeah,
dead. That was so like, wow and powerful. Like,
I know. It's
and
a, it's one of those, it's like highlight reels you can watch just that
yes,
one part of the episode. Yeah,
I've watched every single thing that's on Disney Plus on Star Wars because I
yeah,
am that nutty of a Star Wars nut. I mean,
sure.
my kids are like, how many times have you watched this? I go, I can't, I lost count after I don't know how many years. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I could
not
literally
enough.
sit.
I'll watch it a lot more still. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I love the Clone Wars. That's actually one of my favorite animation ones. I did love
Yep.
that a lot just because it was a continuation of, the saga of before he turned into the Revenge of the Sith. So
Yeah.
for me, as an Anakin fan, seeing that, um,
So good.
it was done. I
And
thought it
from
was
and
done.
you got to see a lot of Ahsoka there too. That's where
Yes,
that birthed Ahsoka, right?
yeah,
Like
that was when
yeah,
Snips was young, when
exactly. Yeah.
bringing up Snips, and that was his Padawan, which is kind of funny because when you go into Ahsoka season 1 and then they had that confrontation, you know, and he doesn't bring out the blue lightsaber, he brings out the red lightsaber in
Yeah.
that fight, and I'm like, wow, God,
Yeah. It's
I
deep.
like it's deep,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
people for the fans who love Star Wars get it. You know what I mean? Just like you and me, and that's something like I appreciate a lot because I love sports, don't get me wrong, but sports is my second love, and I think Star Wars will always be my first. Like, matter of fact, I have one thing. Like I said, I was lucky enough to get an autograph from Tracy Easterday,
Hmm.
and she actually sent me this.
Oh, wow.
And this is actually from celebrations in Japan. And then in the back had this. So that actually sits right behind my laptop. That's why I was able to
That's
grab it really
nice.
quickly. Right
Yeah.
next
Yeah.
to Anakin's lightsaber that I have there. It's like,
Yep. Yeah.
you know,
That's your space.
that's
Yeah.
my space. I mean, I have, don't get
Yeah.
me wrong, I got the lightsaber I made over there. It's in my
Uh-huh.
bag, but you know, I don't like taking it out because my kids would probably play with it and break it. I'm like, this is the one thing you don't touch.
Don't touch my saber, man.
Yeah, exactly. Like I have Yoda Lego done, Grogu Lego done.
Hmm.
You know, again, fascination with Legos too, but you know,
Yeah.
I have the mini Falcon done over there. I'm a huge,
Uh-huh.
you know, don't get me wrong, I don't have the posters up, but you know, I have kept my personal collection like in my box hidden. And
Yeah.
when people goes, "Oh, I want to see it," and people are like, "What do you want to sell that on what now?" I'm like, "I'm not selling my PC.
No, no, no.
No,
Yeah.
no,
That's
no.
mine.
You asked to
Yeah.
see it, I show
Yeah.
it."
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's the thing. And and when people say, "Well, what do you like?" You know, the original Star Wars or the prequels, I love both of them tremendously much because of
Sure.
the story.
Sure.
But also the holy grail of getting a Carrie Fisher auto, Mark Hamill auto, Harrison Ford auto.
Yep.
Those three are like the big threes.
That's the big three.
I
Yep.
mean, and you have one of the big three, Carrie
I
Fisher.
have one. I don't have a
Oh,
Curie or Harrison, which is
oh,
crazy, but I don't. Yeah.
I
I'm,
mean,
I'm sorry. I don't have a Hamill and a Harrison. Yeah.
I know two people who are on Whatnot. One of them is selling, actually, both of them are selling their Mark Hamill autos, PSA 10s. And
Cha-ching.
if I had the money, I would so do it, but then I would
Yeah.
be divorced by my wife.
I know, right?
And that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like I, I collect it now just for me. Don't get me wrong, selling it was a great thing too, and passing it on to the other people. Like I remember, one of the gentlemen I did was Tactical Collectibles. He had a hobby box of Revenge of the Sith,
Uh-huh.
and this was like a year and a half ago. I'm like, oh, let me go in, fresh box.
Yeah.
He goes, pick your pack. I said, fine. Second one on the right, and I
Yeah.
pulled an Anakin Skywalker lenticular.
Oh, fun. Yeah.
And
Neat.
then I pulled three out of four lenticulars out of his that box.
Oh my gosh.
And he had the one I need. I'm like, sell me your one so I can complete my set. And he did.
Yeah.
He did.
Wow.
So,
That's neat, man.
and to pull, and that's the thing. I wish I was able to rip the packs. That's the only thing I didn't. I love it. Don't get me wrong. When someone else pulls it and you see everyone's
Yeah.
looking and like, oh my God. But
Yeah.
also, I wish I could do that on my own in my own house a little bit, not kind of not sharing it, but it's the thing. Like my kids are into it a little bit. They're starting to
Yeah.
understand. My daughter likes all the girls like Ahsoka, Ray, those girls. She's starting to like my son. He actually went to Mace Windu a little bit, but
Okay.
he's got a couple of them. So I have to
Yeah.
give the kids credit. They're
Yeah.
young. They don't get the whole Star Wars generation yet. They will. My daughter
That's all
is
right.
because she's 9. She goes, Dad, am I your Star Wars trainer? I'm like, it's called a Padawan. Learn the terminology.
Yeah. Yeah. That,
So
that's
she goes,
required understanding, kid.
and
Yeah.
she goes, am I a Sith or a Jedi? We're Jedis.
Yeah.
But I go, as much as Anakin went to the dark side, I can't train you like this.
Yeah.
Then my son's definitely a Sith guy because he's destructive.
Ah,
So he would be such a great Vader, and
nice.
and my daughter would be a great Ahsoka. I will say that, or Ray.
Yeah.
So, but it's just the love for it, and I can see the passion you have because man, I'm looking at some of your statues right behind you. I see Boba Fett, I see Mando, I see Darth Maul. I think that's Darth Maul on
Yep.
the bottom.
Yeah. Darth Maul, Ray,
R2,
R2. Yep.
and just seeing the passion, the way you have everything, Dave, it's unbelievable. Like I've seen people with their collections, but yours is top notch, my friend. Just
Thank
seeing
you.
seeing everything the way you have it displayed is unreal.
Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, it's a passion. I mean, it's a passion.
Do I know? Do I not know? It's a
Yeah.
true passion, especially when you're trying to PC your favorite, but when you're also trying to be the first person to grab, like, say, all the atomics or the
Yeah.
omegas, you know,
It's tough.
It's not easy, like you said. How far are you willing to pay is the better question, you know.
And that's where I'm at right now, because I guess I could cheat and go out and pay maximum value, but it's funny because one of the cards I need is, anywhere from 1500 to 2500, and it's just like, all right, how bad do I need it? And do I just wait for somebody to misprice one on eBay, right? Like, it's just to your point, you can go out and buy it, but do you really need it right now? Because you can pay for it.
Exactly. You know what? I've gotten lucky with a break, and I actually got this one, the Confrontation out of 99 on a wave.
Oh, pretty. Yep.
So one of my friends was selling this Anakin at a 75, and we actually traded for this for I'm like,
Nice.
I'm like I said, I have a manga too.
Uh-huh.
I have a Han Solo manga that's at PSA that
Okay.
came out of the Mayo packs out of Japan.
Okay.
And
Nice.
and I do have my Darth Vader that came out of Japan right here.
Very cool. Those
And
mayo packs are neat for
and it's
sure.
20 out of 50. It got an 8. I wasn't happy, but I didn't
Yep.
clean it either. I just sent it. This card
Yeah.
has been to Japan, to Vegas, to Jersey, back to Vegas, back to Jersey. So
Oh my gosh.
this card has traveled.
You got some miles.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
and the Han Solo manga too from Japan has put some miles on it because I originally traded for the Hera Auto.
Okay.
Gentleman says, I need to sell it. I said, first of all, it was my card. What are you gonna
Right.
get? What are you gonna kill me on it? And he said, I won't.
Right.
He didn't. We made a deal
Okay.
and I bought it back. And now it was sitting in my collection. I'm like, you know what? This and the Haydens gotta go.
Yeah.
They gotta get graded. And that's like you said, the love of the you know, either if it could, I might send some stuff to SGC, don't get me wrong. I might send some to SGC. So just like you said, I do like the SGC look.
Yeah.
The only thing with the PSA look, it's a little bit slender, but I love the SGC too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when we said about earlier, PSA is where you're going to get your maximum value.
For sure.
But if you're a PC, like I went PC for the Anakin, and I did say, you know what, I'm sending this to. It was just a big card for me with
Yep.
Hayden Christensen. I said this has to go to PSA. I was thinking SGC, and I've gotten lucky with a few SGCs that I've gotten Gem
Yep.
10s on the auto and the card. But I'm like,
Hmm.
if I ever was in a bind and I I had to go with PSA on this one. You know what I mean? I
Sure.
also have the Matt Liner Masterwork on card auto too that went to PSA.
Okay.
So I have those two. Anything Anakin really went. Um,
Yeah.
but we'll see what happens. I will probably do the big reveal once I get the box back on Instagram. I'll probably, I probably won't do live because I'll just post up like I normally do, just like you
Sure.
do. So,
Yeah. Of
uh, but Dave, it's like a true honor to have you on the show today.
course.
I
Yeah. No, I enjoy it.
I appreciate you taking the time out. Where can everyone find you is the best thing, because I definitely will
Yeah.
plug it in and everything. But where could guys find you?
Yeah, no, I appreciate you asking. So I am really only on Instagram, and I try dabbled with YouTube a little bit, but to me it's a time thing, and it's just Instagram is quick and simple. But yeah, so you can find me Star Wars Card Crazy on Instagram.
All right.
So,
And if you had any advice for people who are starting to collect before we sign off, what's the best advice you can give them?
yeah, so I've got two pieces of advice in this order. Number one, do your research, and I've got a lot of carousels out there that explain why that's important. And then number two, set a budget. Right, those are just practical suggestions that can really help a new collector stay out of hot water early on in their collecting. So,
Yeah.
and I can speak from experience, having failed in both of those areas.
Yeah,
So,
same here. Same
yeah,
here.
exactly.
We both failed and we overcame it tremendously. So,
Yeah,
well, David, I really appreciate you taking the time out today. I really
sure.
appreciate it. Guys, as you can see, it's the hobby that we love. Star Wars is a big thing, guys. I've been dying to do this show for a long time and I got it done.
Yeah,
And check out Dave, check out his Instagram page. I'll have all that info posted, guys. But like I always end my show, it's nothing but love, peace, and happiness, and the force be with you, people.
May the force be with you.